Check 1-2. And like to officially welcome everyone to Gas City, Indiana for the Mississinewa boys basketball scrimmage. A little late getting on to the program, so we apologize for that. But we are now up and running, so we thank all of you for joining us here as the boys basketball scrimmage is underway. The Indians leading 6-3, and Southern Wells with the basketball. They would go to the baseline and fire up a two-point jumper up and no good. And it's going to be off of Hayden Ulrich, staying with the Southern Wells Raiders. Mississinewa had two options on how they were going to do the scrimmage. It was option A or B, and they chose option B, which was 5 12-minute quarters with a running clock. Right now, the varsity squad on the floor in Southern Wells with the basketball in the road blue uniforms trimmed in white. Out on the right wing and picking up his dribble and going over to Dustin Woodward. At the top of the key now is Reinhardt, and firing up a three in no good was Austin Harris. And back the other way, a Landon Swanner pass down low to Hayden Ulrich with a shot fake, and he put it up and in and was fouled. But they do not do and ones during scrimmage. Hayden Ulrich getting a bucket there as Cree Young will check out and Lucas Asbury will check in for the Indians. The Indians with Hayden Ulrich, Landon Swanner, Lucas Asbury, Tay McClung, and Colin Yoder all on the floor. Firing up a three and knocking it down was Dustin Woodward. Now here's Asbury going to go inside. Nice pass to Tay McClung, who put it up and missed it. What a beautiful pass by Lucas Asbury. And a step back three up and no good. And chasing down the rebound was number 22, Austin Harris. Now with it, working it around. Southern Wells giving the Indians a shot. Now a three, and Southern Wells has taken the lead here in the first quarter of this scrimmage. They lead 9-8. Here's Ulrich working around Swanner over to McClung, and now inside Hayden Ulrich will go inside, put it up with the right hand, and making it. So Hayden Ulrich puts it up and in, and then Yoder's with a steal, and he puts it up and in, and he was fouled. (12-9). 6:33 left to go in the opening period, and now we'll have a Southern Wells timeout. 6:33 left to go, opening period. It is Mississinewa 12, Southern Wells 9. We're back in 1 minute. This is Mississinewa boys basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. And welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Just out of the Southern Wells timeout is putting it up and in off of a layup was Branson Reinhardt. So Reinhardt. And now Yoder misses a shot, and back the other way. With the basketball was Southern Wells, and Hayden Ulrich making a heck of a defensive play to knock it out of bounds. So right now on the floor for Southern Wells is number 20, Keith Miller, number 12, Branson Reinhardt, number 22, Austin Harris, number 14, Dustin Woodward, and number 32, Evan Reynolds. And now Swanner with a steal on the inbounds. Now gets it off to Donovan Betts, who will go coast to coast and tried to get rid of it and threw it away. So Donovan Betts with his first minutes of this afternoon as Southern Wells misses a three. And now a three from the wing, no good from Branson Reinhardt. Now Ulrich back in a hurry off to Swanner, who will go up with a right-hand floater and puts it in. 14-11, Mississinewa with the lead, opening period. They will essentially play 5 games today. They'll be played by each quarter. Now a shot up and no good, and a rebound coming down to Colin Yoder. He'll dish it off to Ulrich, who will go inside. Nice around the horn spin by Hayden Ulrich, and he'll put it up and in. 16-11. I'll do my best to keep stats in the second period. Now Ulrich with a steal goes up, layup, put it in. Hayden Ulrich's got about 8 to 10 points here in this first period. He's having a heck of a game. 4:30 and counting in the opening period. Southern Wells with the basketball, working it around the horn. A nice crossover move. And almost a near steal again. With it, now Reynolds. Now Swanner cuts it off. Mississinewa really aggressive on the defensive end. Now Ulrich is fouled. And checking in for the first time will be number 14, Ty Newsom, and Tay McClung will return as well. So as you can see, socially distanced here in the Mississinewa gym, probably a total of about, looking around 40 people, as Asbury will launch up the three and knock it down. Mississinewa now up by 10. Southern Wells working it around in a crossover move, stepping back, getting it off. Now is Rickard. Now Rickard almost trying to do too much with the basketball and losing it. Here's Miller, will eye the three, and my goodness, put it right in Donovan Betts. Donovan Betts had his hand up, and my goodness gracious, Miller made a heck of a shot and then showboated on the way down. Here's Swanner. He will try to answer the three, and will. You leave Swanner open that easily, and he'll make you pay for it. I guarantee you that. Here's Miller. 24-14, Mississinewa with the lead, and now Southern Wells to answer, and they will. Evan Reynolds knocking down the triple. Here is Swanner. Swanner going inside, layup, put it up and in. That's too easy. 26-17, Mississinewa 9-point lead with 2:15 and counting. Now driving and stepping back and kicking it back out was Woodward. Now they go inside to the big man, Vickery, and he will turn around and put it up. No good. Rebound, Landon Swanner. Now Mississinewa back the other way. Swanner, free throw line, pull up, put it in. And now Cree Young will, well, I thought he was going to go to the scores table and check in, but there is someone at the scores table, and that is Gannon Smith. And now a shot up and no good. And now a shot up, no. And Donovan Betts pulls down the board. Now Swanner will fire the three, no. Rebound Betts inside Newsom. Around the, boy, I almost couldn't see that one. He spun around and shot it and missed it. Now shot up, no. Tay McClung with the board, and Swanner back the other way. And Mississinewa wants a timeout. So with 1:12 left in the first period, it is Mississinewa 28, Southern Wells 17. We're back in 1 minute. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Out of the timeout, Mississinewa with the basketball is Landon Swanner. Now Swanner wants to go to the left and then tried to get it inside to McClung, and they threw it away. So now back the other way. Shot up, shot no good. And now Ulrich in a hurry down at the other end of the floor. Now Swanner from the far corner. Splish, splash. Landon Swanner. Now Swanner with the rebound. A nice behind the back dribble and pass to Ulrich. Put it up and put it in. Mississinewa looking very stout in transition. 33-17. Shot, wild shot up and no good. And now Swanner. Swanner bounce pass Yoder up. No, but he's hammered. So now Colin Yoder. Yoder will go to the line to shoot two. Mississinewa was a fairly decent free throw shooting team a season ago. And Yoder's free throw up and good. (34-17). Mississinewa, and a shot up and good by Yoder as he knocks down both of his free throws. Under 10 seconds to play. We're down to 6, down to 5, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and the ball out of bounds. And that is the way the first period will come to an end. At the end of the first period, Mississinewa 35, Southern Wells 17. We're back with the second period in 1 minute. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. And welcome back to Gas City, Indiana. Mississinewa winning the first period as period number 2 is underway, and I will keep stats here in period 2. I was unable to in period number 1. Now here's Yoder off to Landon Swanner, who fakes the shot, goes up, shot up, put it in. Landon Swanner knocking down the 2. Gets his first 2 of period number 2. Now shot up and no good by Southern Wells, and Young pulls down the board. Now outlet pass to McClung, who will throw it away. There's turnover number 1. Back the other way and hurry, and throwing up a wild shot and almost getting it to drop was number 42, Tristan Worcester. Now Reynolds will return for Southern Wells. Southern Wells working it around. Mississinewa very aggressive defensively. And a nice closeout there by Cree Young. And a steal here by Hayden Ulrich, back the other way. Layup, oh, too strong. But Ulrich looks very good defensively for Mississinewa. This is a Mississinewa team who's very hungry to win. You can definitely tell that. We haven't even started the regular season yet. Shot up, shot no good, or rebound, Tay McClung. Now McClung in transition will go inside, put it up. No, but he was fouled. Donovan Betts and Jalen Deathridge will check in for Mississinewa. Deathridge a 6'3" senior, Donovan Betts a 5'6" sophomore. Here is Betts. In the corner, Swanner, wide open three. I'll tell you what, anybody who leaves Landon Swanner open all season long will have a long game. And now Swanner with a steal, and he was fouled on the steal. But I'll tell you right now, you cannot leave one of the best shooters in the state of Indiana wide open. You will pay for it every single time. Here's Betts. Off to Swanner. In the corner, Cree Young wide open will shoot the three. Rolls around and no good. Rebound Betts. Inside Yoder, off the glass, missed it. And now Yoder fighting for it. So now Mississinewa will have the ball on the baseline, leading 5-0. Here's Deathridge, backs down the defender, goes up, no. Right now, Landon Swanner with all 5 of Mississinewa's points in the period. Now Donovan Betts with the steal. He will go up and lay it in. 7-0 Mississinewa, and almost another steal. Coach James Reed going to be very happy about his team's effort here today. Reynolds missed the three. Swanner pulls down the board. Now Swanner over to Donovan Betts, who almost had a three blocked and somehow got rid of it. Now Asbury from the corner, kicking it out to Young, over to Swanner. Swanner going to go to the baseline, pull up jumper, no good. Now Swanner in the corner, Asbury for three. Got it! Lucas Asbury knocking down the three. 6'1" junior. And for being a guy who can play on the inside, he can flat shoot it from the outside as well. Gotta love a guy like that who can stretch the floor. Ty Newsom checks in. Landon Swanner will get a break. Now here's Donovan Betts, off to Cree Young. Now Young, inside Asbury, beautiful pass, and Asbury missed it. Rebound Deathridge, out to Newsom, over to Young. Young free throw line, kicking it out. Asbury for back-to-back threes, no good. Rebound Jalen Deathridge, kicks it out to Donovan Betts, who wants a three, and no good. Rebound Deathridge again, out to Ty Newsom. And now Mississinewa resets with Donovan Betts. And Betts lost it. Just the second turnover on Mississinewa. Right now, Mississinewa giving Southern Wells all kinds of fits, and now a wide open three and putting it up and in. And they don't have numbers on the front, so I do not know who that was. But here's Cree Young. Young off to Betts. Now Deatherage going inside, and he was fouled. So Cree Young checks in. Or no, Cree Young will sit down, and Gannon Smith will check in. Here's Betts off to Asbury, and losing it. And now a layup at the other end, up and in by Dustin Woodward. Here's Betts off to Smith. That was turnover number 4 on Mississinewa. And now with the basketball, working it around. Here's Woodward. Woodward gets it off to number 10, Johnson. And now Vickery. Now over in a 3 up and in. I believe that was number 20, Keith Miller. And it was Miller. So now Mississinewa, after being up 7-0, now giving up a 7-3 run. 4:28 left to go, second period. Mississinewa leading 10-8. Just want to remind you that the Mississinewa girls basketball game scheduled for tonight with Columbia City has been canceled. Once again, the Mississinewa girls basketball game scheduled for tonight with Columbia City has been canceled. Also, want to remind you that the Mississinewa girls basketball game scheduled for December 4th with Eastbrook has been pushed back to December 9th. Make sure that you follow MCSC Athletics on Twitter and stay up to date with the latest information following and regarding the Mississinewa athletics programs and attendance policies as of today. We are 2 tickets per athlete in the gymnasium. Like I said, on both sides, between both of these sides, we've probably got about 40-ish fans on both sides. So now here's Asbury, gets it off to Donovan Betts. Now over to Gannon Smith, wide open, will want the 3, and Gannon Smith knocks down the triple. Six-foot freshman, stroking it from deep, and now Vickery wants the 3, no. And now Asbury with a steal, and a foul on Southern Wells. I'll be very excited to talk to James Reed not this afternoon. We're not going to talk to Coach James Reed this afternoon. We will wait and talk to him on Wednesday. We're going to try to limit the amount of contact as possible. And there's Landon Swanner knocking down a triple. But anyway, like I said, we're going to try to stay socially distanced, stay away from as many people as we possibly can. Due to COVID-19. We will talk to Coach James Reed on Wednesday as the Mississinewa Indians will open up their boys basketball season against the Marion Giants. That game will be here at Mississinewa. 25% capacity is allowed into the gym for that one. And Ulrich with a steal off to Donovan Betts, who goes up and puts it in. Mississinewa forcing 6 turnovers here in period 2 so far. Now with it is Miller, gets it off. Miller in the corner, and Ulrich the steal. Ulrich goes up and puts it in. (20-8), Mississinewa with the lead. 2:15 and counting in the second period. And there's a 3 up and in by Austin Harris. Now Swanner pass down the floor to Tay McClung. They put it right on the money. Beautiful pass. Now shot up, no. Rebound Donovan Betts. Now Swanner. Over in the corner, Hayden Ulrich for three, no. Rebound, fought for. Now there's Cree Young, kicks it out, Swanner. Swanner pass up and put it in, Tay McClung. Now McClung. My goodness, gotta love the way this Mississinewa basketball team has shared the basketball today. Colin Yoder checks in, and Donovan Betts will sit down. Boy, if Mississinewa can take care of a few of the minor bugs that they've struggled with today, this is going to be one fun basketball team to watch as it was last season. And a deflection and a steal. Here's Yoder. Yoder bounce pass. Ulrich up. Oh, ball rolled right around the rim. No good. My goodness, you want that one to just drop in there. And Lucas Asbury will check in. Hayden Ulrich will sit down after picking up a foul. If you are tuned in and watching, be sure to give us a tweet at Dalton Bishop 00. I'll shout you out because we appreciate you supporting the Mississinewa basketball team as you're unable to be here today. We wish you were here in the stands, but we are thankful to have basketball and thankful to have you joining us here this afternoon. As there's a missed three by Cree Young. In driving to the baseline, kicking it out. Reynolds wants a three, no. Rebound Cree Young. Young off to McClung in transition, going inside and going up. They said the ball was blocked. I thought there was a little bit more contact than that. Anyway, at the end of the second period, Mississinewa 24, Southern Wells 11. So Mississinewa right now, I'm going to add up the two scores. If we were playing 4 quarters of basketball traditionally, Mississinewa would be up 59-28 at half. But we are not playing a traditional basketball game. Obviously, this is a scrimmage. They do things a little bit differently. So anyway, Mississinewa has put up 59 points in 2 quarters of a 12-minute running clock. Southern Wells has put up 28. In that second period, Landon Swanner had 8 points. 4 points for Donovan Betts, 2 points for Hayden Ulrich, 4 points for Tay McClung, and 3 for Lucas Asbury to make up the 24 points for Mississinewa. Once again, the girls' basketball game scheduled with Columbia City tonight has been canceled. The December 4th game that Mississinewa was scheduled to play with Eastbrook, which was a girls' basketball game, has been canceled. That will now be played on December 9th. So it's not canceled, it's been postponed to December 9th. I also want to remind you, this Wednesday, the Mississinewa boys basketball team will open up their season with Marion. I know there's been talks of that game being pushed back, that game being canceled. It is not pushed back or canceled. It will be played this Wednesday, November the 25th, against Marion. As of now, my understanding is that it's 25% capacity. Stay up to date on social media at MCSE Athletics to make sure there is no changes. But as of now, The Mississinewa and Marion basketball game is 25% capacity. That is on Wednesday, November 25th, and that is the season opener for both of those teams. Want to congratulate the Marion football Giants on a outstanding football season as they fell in semi-state last night to Hobart. But anyway, a good way for the Giants to represent Grant County as they made it to semi-state. So congratulations to James Bell and the Marion Giants. Anyway, once again, if you are tuned in watching us, be sure to tweet your seat, shout, say that you are tuned in watching us, and I want to start a hashtag. I want to hashtag COVID Basketball 2020. So if you are tuned in watching, first off, we thank you for tuning in and supporting these young men as they play basketball. 2, we wish that you were here, but we are thankful to have basketball, and we hope to see you here on Wednesday. Once again, if you are tuned in watching, tweet your seat at DaltonBishop00 on Twitter, or you can tag me on Facebook. Let us know that you're watching. I'll be sure and shout you out as those come in. Third period underway. Southern Wells working around the horn. Here's Vickery. Now over to Reinhardt in the corner. Now Reinhardt with it on the right wing, gets it off to Johnson. Now over to Harris. Harris. With the basketball's Rickard. Went inside and was fouled, so I believe he'll go to the line. Driving inside, shot up, no. Rebound, Colin Yoder. Yoder, the pass inside. Swanner, no. What a beautiful pass, though, and a great opportunity. That was a hard play for Swanner to try to make and put it up and in, but now the outlet pass, just not enough mustard on it. And it's going to go off of Southern Wells. Going to stay with Mississinewa. April Garcia tuned in watching Indians basketball, and that's no surprise to me. One of the biggest Mississinewa basketball supporters that I've seen. So good to have him tuned in watching the Indians on MCSC Athletics YouTube. Be sure and stop by Tacos No Mas at some point, whether it's, Monday, Tuesday, whenever. I'll tell you what, that place is on my top 3 favorite restaurants that I've ever been to. Love that place. Anyway, Southern Wells with the basketball in the corner. Here's Tanner Johnson. And inside and trying to put one up was Rickard. The ball was up and shot too strong. Here's Hayden Ulrich with the basketball. Ulrich over in the corner to Cree Young. Baseline pull-up jumper, put it up and in. Old Cree Young knocking down the jumper course, his dad, Chan Chiang, the athletic director here at Mississinewa, played for Steve Alford at Manchester. So basketball is something that runs in that family. Now Vickard will put up a wild shot and no. And Southern Wells gets the rebound and a shot up and in by number 22, Austin Harris. Now Southern Wells leading this period, and Coach James Reed not happy right now with the effort, so he will take a timeout. 8:34 left to go, third period. Southern Wells 4, Mississinewa 2. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. And welcome back to Mississinewa High School as Mississinewa head basketball coach James Reed getting the Indian fans who are here fired up as he just laid into his basketball team and let the whole place know exactly how upset he was. He was letting them know that they needed to block out or they wouldn't beat anybody all season long. And the Indian fans cheered in excitement. Off the inbounds pass, there was a pass from Swanner, and McClung put it up and in. We're tied at 4. Now, Southern Wells with the basketball, looking to win period number 3 as they have lost the first 2. And there's a 3, no. And again, another offensive rebound for Southern Wells. And Ulrich with a steal. Now Ulrich. Spin move, gets it off to Swanner. Pass over in the corner, Yoder for 3. Got it! And Colin Yoder knocks down the 3 and gets his first 3 of the afternoon. And there's a 3 to answer by Southern Wells. Now Yoder inside, up, no. But a foul going to be called. Seven to 7, 6:45 and counting left in the third. Here's Hayden Ulrich. Inside, Lucas Asbury. Nice pass inside. Ty Newsome missed it. Rebound, Asbury put it up and in. 9 to 7. Southern Wells now with the basketball. Working it around the horn. Here's Keith Miller, gets it off to Austin Harris. Now back over to Miller. Miller, free throw line driving, kicking it out. And a 3 up, no good by Woodward. And a rebound, Colin Yoder. Outlet pass to Hayden Ulrich. Ulrich, double teamed, gets rid of it. Here's Yoder. Nice bounce pass inside to Ty Newsome. Off the glass and in, and a beautiful feed from Colin Yoder. Now Miller kicking it out. Now driving inside, beautiful play by Will Rickard. Now, beautiful pass from Asbury to Newsome. Missed it, got his own rebound, put it up and in. (13-9), Mississinewa with the lead. And looked like a travel, no call. And now with the basketball is Harris. Harris defended by Newsom. Now Miller, floater off the glass, no. Rebound, Hayden Ulrich, and now Swanner with the basketball. Mississinewa slowing things down. 5 minutes and counting. Third period, Asbury for three, no good. Rebound, and a steal, Colin Yoder, put it up and in. 15-9, 5 minutes remaining, third period. And a cross-court pass to Harris in the corner and kicking it out. Here's Rickard. Rickard, floater up, put it in. 15-11. 4:40 left to go in the third period. Southern Wells staying right with Mississinewa here in period number 3. Here's Asbury. Nice pass inside to Yoder, who mishandled it. Now Yoder threw it away, and now out in transition. Here's Austin Harris, goes up, no. Rebound, fought for, and there was too many Southern Wells bodies there to bring it down, and shot up and missed. And now Hayden Ulrich with the basketball. Now Ulrich lost control, rolled off of his body, and going to Southern Wells as we have a timeout. 15-11 left to go in the third, 4:03 left to go, and it's 15-11. As I will go ahead and see here who is tuned in and watching. And want to say a shout out to Layla Kuykendall and Hannah Kuykendall, who's a teacher here at Mississinewa. Good to have those girls joining us here today. Obviously, I'm sure they would like to be here, as well as all of you watching at home. But anyway, they still are showing their support for Mississinewa Indians basketball, so thank you to them. Also want to say shout out to Ryan Scott, who is unable to be with us here today. He still found a way to watch Indians basketball, as I would assume he would. So good to have Ryan joining us today as well. Also, Jared May. Hey, how about that? 1,000-point scorer in his high school basketball career for this Mississinewa basketball team. He's joining us here today. Boy, would love to see Mr. May back in an Indians jersey again. So now with the basketball, Southern Wells was Vickery, who shot it up and missed. But once again, for those of you who aren't familiar with how they do scrimmages, obviously even more different than originally is a three from Evan Reynolds goes up and in. But originally, I'm not exactly familiar with how the rules are on an original scrimmage, but I did read the COVID-19 scrimmage rules, and Mississinewa had two options, and they chose option B, which is 5 12-minute quarters with a running clock. So anyway, here's Asbury, goes to Gannon Smith, who fakes the shot and goes up and had it blocked, but he was fouled with a body. As Mississinewa leading by just one here in period number 3, 15-14. Here's Gannon Smith, picks up his dribble, gets it off to, oh, I thought the ball was tipped, but they're going to call it off of Mississinewa there. 15-14. Southern Wells looking to win period number 3. Here's Vickery for a three in the lead. He knocked it down, and Southern Wells has taken the lead. 17-15. Here's Donovan Betts. Betts under heavy pressure gets it off to Asbury, who wants to drive inside and try to throw a nice bounce pass in to Ty Newsome, but he threw it out of bounds as now Coach James Reed will empty the bench in return. Colin Yoder, Tay McClung, Hayden Ulrich, Landon Swanner, and Cree Young back into this Mississinewa Indians lineup. And a three by Evan Reynolds, no, and Landon Swanner with a nice block out. Now Swanner, he wants to go coast to coast. Nice pass inside. Tay McClung put it up and missed it. 17-15, and the ball loose, and Yoder fighting for it. Somehow Mississinewa comes away with it. Now Young in transition. Nice pass inside. Tay McClung missed it again. (17-15). Mississinewa trailing with under a minute to play in the third period. 54.8 seconds to go, and Tay McClung will go to the line for the first time today. Struggled last season from the free throw line, did Tay McClung, and the first one up and no good. As McClung with a steal now inside, threw it away. .45 seconds to play. Mississinewa trailing by 2 to Southern Wells. Now Miller, Vickery. Off to Mullins and a turnover. Now Swanner at the other end goes up and puts it in. We're tied at 17. 30 seconds to play. Mississinewa trying to win the third consecutive period. Southern Wells looking to win their first period. I would say for Southern Wells, if you could tie or win, that would be a win. And here's a steal by Mississinewa. Now Swanner going inside up. No, but he's fouled. And now Swanner will go to the line for 2. And, well, you might as well just mark up 2 on your stat sheet because it's pretty automatic from the free throw line. 84% free throw shooter in his high school career. The first one up and no good. And I promise you guys this, every single time that I say someone is a good free throw shooter or that they'll do good, they'll make it, they miss it every time. And just like that, I just jinxed Landon Swanner. So. (17-17). So now they're going to put Tristan Worcester at the free throw line to shoot 2. After Swanner missed 2. Shot up, no good. Rebound McClung, now Yoder in transition. Out to Swanner for 3 in the win. No good. So at the end of 3, Southern Wells ties Mississinewa 17-17. And for Southern Wells, that is a huge improvement from the first 2 periods to compete with Mississinewa like that. So go back to see if we have any new recent people who have sent us any tweets or tagged us on Facebook that they are tuned in watching. And it doesn't look like we have anybody else who has tweeted at us. Last night, the Purdue Boilermaker football team fell to the Minnesota Golden Gophers 34-31. Purdue did miss a field goal in that game. Don't forget, coming up, just moments away, the biggest football game for the Indiana Hoosiers in 50-plus years as they take on the Ohio State Buckeyes at noon today. Literally just moments away from kicking that game off. The number 9 ranked 4-0 Indiana Hoosiers against the number 3 ranked 3-0 Ohio State Buckeyes. One of the biggest games the Indiana Hoosiers will play this season. The biggest game they will play this season, and it's the biggest game in 50-plus years for the Hoosiers. Go Hoosiers, that's all I have to say. Here is Yoder off to Young. Now Ulrich. Ulrich cross-court pass to Swanner. Fakes the 3, going to the baseline. Going up, no. Got his rebound, no. Almost a near steal. Now rebound, Hayden Ulrich. Ulrich, cross-court to Young. Over in the corner, Yoder. Baseline is McClung, and then Swanner was fouled. Here is Yoder for 3 from the corner. Colin Yoder knocks down the 3 ball. His second 3 of today. 3-0. Shot up, no. Rebound, Tay McClung. Now McClung in transition. Gets it off to Ulrich. Now Ulrich inside, nice pass to McClung, put it off the glass and in. 5-0 Mississinewa with the lead. Basketball is a game of runs, and Southern Wells had a huge run in the third period, and they missed the 3 there, was Austin Harris. Here's McClung. McClung off to Swanner. Now Swanner over to Ulrich, wide open for 3, no good. (5-2) as Austin Harris got 2 on the last shot. So timeout Mississinewa. 9:31 left to go in the fourth period. Mississinewa 5, Southern Wells 2. You're watching Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. And welcome back to Gas City, Indiana, and Friedenberger Court, home of the Mississinewa Indians. Jasmine Horvath has tuned in, watching the Mississinewa Indians, a former Lady Indian basketball player in herself. So good to see all these tweets and Facebook posts coming in of all of you great fans tuned in watching the Indians here today. Again, thank you so much for your support. And Yoder getting called for a blocking foul. Five to 2. Mississinewa with the lead and taking it to the baseline, going up with a right hand and missing was Tanner Johnson. Now Swanner passing it in to Yoder. No, but he was fouled. So Swanner will inbound from the baseline. Here's Asbury over to Swanner, going baseline. And Ulrich with outstanding leaping ability was able to save that pass, and Swanner from the baseline missed it. 5 to 2. Now Asbury closing out on a three from Southern Wells, no good. A rebound, Hayden Ulrich. Ulrich over to Swanner. No, almost traveled. Now Asbury wants a three, and he'll knock it down. Lucas Asbury knocking down another triple today. 8 to 2, Mississinewa. Shot up, no. Rebound, Landon Swanner. Now Swanner in transition. Off to Asbury, who thought about shooting a second consecutive three. Now Young, Swanner, wide open three, no good. And Swanner has went cold here in about the last period and a half. Now he pulls down the board in transition. Donovan Betts will check in, along with Tay McClung. But a good stretch there from Cree Young and Lucas Asbury. And Asbury able to stretch the floor and knock down a couple of triples. He's going to be dangerous for the Mississinewa team coming off the bench this season. As Ulrich misses a jumper. Over in the corner. Now Mississinewa has it trapped. And almost, well, I thought it went off of McClung. I couldn't really see it from my vantage point. But a turnover now on Southern Wells. And Mississinewa will have the basketball. Ulrich over to Donovan Betts. Cross-court pass to Swanner, who will dial up the long-distance dedication and miss. Here is Betts inside. Ulrich missed it, and McClung. And Mississinewa just all sorts of ice cold shooting the basketball these last couple of periods. They were red hot in the start. And have went cold since. 8 to 2. Shot up, no. Rebound, Ty Newsom, who skied for the board. Ulrich over to Betts. Donovan over in the corner to Newsom. Now Yoder out to Betts, cross court to Ulrich. Ulrich inside Betts, nice pass to McClung, who puts it up and in. 10 to 2, and Betts with the steal. Goes up, lays it in. Mississinewa's lead is now 10. 12 to 2. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth period. This is the fourth of 5 periods today. Twelve to 2. Southern Wells with the basketball. Pass, Vickery, almost cross court. Violation, rebound to McClung. Now McClung in transition. Inside, Betts, off the glass and in. 14-2, Mississinewa starting to open things up. Cree Young will step off the bench and head to the scores table along with Landon Swanner. Now Yoder. Yoder in transition behind the back, off to Donovan Betts. 1 of the 3, out to Yoder. Free throw line, inside McClung, stepping through, putting off the glass and in. And Tay McClung starting to get going here in the fourth period. 16-2, Mississinewa. And a block called on Yoder, and that guy under the basket just is starting to feel bad for Southern Wells. Because Yoder was set, and that is a charge. No question about it. 16-2, 3 minutes and counting, fourth quarter. And a 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound, Ty Newsom. Here's Swanner in transition. Nice pass to McClung, steps through and puts it off the glass and in. 18-2, Mississinewa. Now stepping into a 3 and missing, no good. Offensive board up, no. Another offensive rebound off the glass and finally putting it in. That was Tanner Johnson. Here's McClung. Pass to Swanner, jumper up and in. 2.5 minutes left to go in the fourth period. Jalen Deathrich and Gannon Smith up off the Indians bench along with Lucas Asbury. Now Donovan Betts takes it away. He's in transition. Off to Swanner. Swanner over to Cree Young for 3. No good. Rebound Tay McClung, who lost control of the basketball and out of bounds. Don't forget, the fifth period will come up after this. Will be the junior varsity squad. 90 seconds to play here in the fourth period. And almost a near steal and a shot up, and knocking it down was Owen Vickery. 20-7, Mississinewa with the lead. Here's Betts over to Smith. Getting it off inside, Newsom off the glass and in. 22-7. 1 minute to go, fourth period. Mississinewa finally finding their stride. Vickery wanted a second 3 and was unable to take it. Now here's Miller. He tried to do too much with the ball and lost control. Now Woodward. Now Miller. Shot up. No good. Rebound Asbury. Off to Donovan Betts. Mississinewa slowing things down, and Betts is fouled. Donovan Betts will go to the line for a 1 and bonus. Free throw up. And no good. Rebound Ty Newsom. Out to Gannon Smith. Fakes a 3. Now Deathrich. So now Jalen Deathrich will go to the line for a 1 and bonus. Deathrich free throw up. No good. And a foul on Lucas Asbury. And a timeout, Southern Wells. 22-7. with 21.2 left to go in period number 4. Mississinewa with the lead. We're back in 1 minute. This is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Mississinewa leading 22-7, but Southern Wells has put up one heck of a fight here this afternoon. Now Miller from the corner missed a 3 and a rebound coming down to Jalen Deathrich. Now Betts, outlet pass to Lucas Asbury. Asbury, Betts, Smith, over in the corner, Newsom. And that is the way that period number 4 will come to an end. So at the end of 4 periods, Mississinewa 22, Southern Wells 7. I believe we'll have a little bit of a break here for the junior varsity squads to warm up. And then we'll go into that. We'll see if we can't get some numbers here. I'm adding up here the totals of all 4 periods to see if they would have playing a traditional basketball game, what Mississinewa would have scored and what Southern Wells would have scored. So through 4 periods, if it was a traditional basketball game and the game was ending now with the varsity squad, and you got to understand it was a 12-minute running clock. Mississinewa scored 98 points and Southern Wells scored 52. So after 4, it was Mississinewa 98, Southern Wells 52. I think we have found a way to socially distanced give Coach James Reed an interview. So if we're able to get Coach Reed up here, I'd like to talk to him and get his thoughts. Anyway, we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll have the junior varsity action. And we also hope to have Mississinewa head coach James Reed for a couple of comments. Again, this is Mississinewa Indians basketball on the Tribe Sports Network. We thank you for joining us. So welcome back to Mississinewa High School. We are working on getting Coach James Reed up here. We found a way to hook up his microphone for a socially distanced interview to where he's at least 6 feet apart from us. Obviously, with what is going on in today's world, we want to make sure that we are staying as socially distanced as possible and wearing face mask. I want to say thank you to Aiden Fortney for joining us here today. He is working the camera for you guys so that you're able to watch Indians basketball. So thank you to him. My name is Dalton Bishop. I'm glad to be a part of your afternoon as the JV scrimmage has started and is underway. With the basketball is Nolan Quatter. He'll get it off to Reese Farr. And now here is Boston Burbank. And Trevon Hess threw it away. So again, we are working on getting head coach James Reed up here for a quick interview, see what he thought of today's scrimmage and what they need to get fixed and worked on by Wednesday for Marion. So Southern Wells with the basketball, driving inside and putting a shot up and missing was A.J. Wright. And now Nolan Quatter will come away with the basketball. Here's Quatter, gets it off to Burbank. Now over to Farr. In the corner, Hess looking to get it inside to Jones. And now Burbank with it. He'll get it off. Quatter. Now Jones. Hands off to Farr. Farr over to Burbank. Burbank inside Hess. Out to Burbank, who will launch the three, in and out. Nice looking shot there by Boston Burbank. Foul was on number 19, Courtney Jones. And a three out of the corner, no good, and a rebound comes down to Burbank. Burbank to Farr. Farr over to Quatter. Inside Farr, kicks it out to Jones. Now Hess wants a three. No good. Now Southern Wells with the basketball. Shot up and put it up and in. I'm not sure who that was because there's only one Southern Wells player on the floor with a number on his jersey. So here is Quatter. Quatter with the basketball, gets it off to Burbank. Burbank back over to Quatter. Quatter driving inside. Here's Hess. Now to Burbank. In the corner, Farrs. Inside, Courtney Jones missed it. Now a shot up and no good. But he was fouled. I apologize because we do not have numbers for these players. Tyler Cook checks in for Mississinewa. Here's Quatter. Over to Hess. Now fighting for it. Quatter gets it off to Hess. Inside. Layup. Put it up and in. Good hustle by Nolan Quatter to keep that ball alive. Now shot up and no good. 3 up. Now here's Farr. Rees with it. Gets it off to Quater. Now Burbank. Over in the corner, Hess. Hess, floater up, put it in. So we will look to get Mississinewa head coach James Reed here in just a moment. He is now done talking with his basketball team. So we look to talk to Coach Reed. Here's Hess. Over to Quater. (42). Mississinewa leads here in the junior varsity scrimmage. Here's Tyler Cook over to Quater. Now Farr will launch a 3, and he nails it from straight on. 7-2, Mississinewa with the lead. So we will chat with Mississinewa head coach James Reed as he's working his way up here to chat with us. So we'll get a chance to talk to the head skipper of the Mississinewa Indians, James Reed. Now Courtney Jones fires a 3 from the corner, no good. Six minutes and counting left. And we are now joined by the Mississinewa head varsity basketball coach, James Reed. And Coach, probably felt good just to get back out on the court.
Yeah, it's been nice. You know, we didn't get to have our summer, so it's been a long time since we've been able to face anybody but ourselves. So it was fun. It was a little relieving as well just to be out on the court. Seeing the guys run, I'm sure they felt good too.
Through 4 periods, I had to add it up with a running clock. You had 98 points, gave up 52. You got to be happy with that effort.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. Offensively, I think we'll be able to be in rhythm and find some things. We had definitely a lot to clean up from today, but that's what a scrimmage is for. And defensively, you know, I think we can challenge ourselves a little better than we did today. We got to rebound better. We've just really got it. We got to protect the 3. I think they've hit probably most of their points, I think, came from 3. So we got to make sure we're out with a hand up. But I was really impressed with some of our younger guys that came in. Because we're a pretty, even though we've got the 4 starters, we're pretty young after that. So getting them, ingrained with the main guys was a big deal tonight, and I thought we took a big step towards that.
I was gonna say I know the fans here know what you wanted to work on. I told the people that were watching that you made a statement to your team that if they don't start rebounding the basketball, they're not going to win Wednesday.
Yeah, well, that's the truth. I mean, any team, rebounding is such a critical part of basketball because you can play defense for 45 seconds, but if you don't go find a body and hit somebody, none of that even mattered. It all just resets. And so it's an extremely critical part of the game that right now today we weren't too focused on. So that'll definitely be a big focus point for Monday, Tuesday.
So outside of rebounding, what are maybe 1 or 2 more things that you think that you need to get fixed to come away with a win on Wednesday night?
Just continuing the team chemistry coming together. Every year is a little different, and this year is a little different. And so trying to figure out what our roles are, that's a big thing. Rebounding, obviously. And again, just continuing to find, the 6 or 7, 8 guys that we're going to use and which guys are going to develop the role that we need them to develop to have a successful season.
With COVID-19, the procedures, 25% Wednesday night, or is it still 2 tickets per athlete?
Yeah, so athletes are only getting 2 tickets a person. It is not 25%. So if you don't have a child that is playing, you will not be able to attend, but it obviously will be streamed on TribeTV.
All right, Coach. Well, just wanted to get a couple of thoughts from you. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on Wednesday night.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Dalton.
James Reed, the head coach of the Mississinewa Indians, and we will, as he said, we'll have the action here Wednesday night. And I apologize to those of you, as I was not aware. I thought it was 25%. Unfortunately, it is not. It is going to be 2 tickets per athlete. So if you're going to want to watch that game, right here's how you have to watch it. So unfortunate circumstances, but thankfully enough, we were able to chat with Coach James Reed and get that clarified. But anyway, Mississinewa Junior Varsity squad leading 9-6 with 2.5 minutes left here in the 5th period. Here's Burbank with the basketball, gets it off to Hess, over to Reese Farr. Now Farr with it. Over to Tyler Cook. Cook over to Burbank. Now Hess. Inside Smith. Inside, nice, beautiful move by Gannon Smith, and then he was fouled. Beautiful up and under. My goodness. Only a freshman. What a great move that was. Now Burbank will inbound from the baseline. Look, gets it in. Here's Farr. Threw it away. Now Southern Wells will inbound from the baseline. Inside, shot up, put it in. 9-8. Now here's Farr. Gets it in. Now Quater. And a turnover. Nine to 8, under a minute to go. 5th period, Southern Wells at the line for a 1 and bonus. A free throw here will tie it at 9. And the shot up and no good. Rebound Trevon Hess. Now here's Quater. Nice pass inside to Smith. Goes off the glass, missed it. And a rebound coming down to Southern Wells. Now in transition, Hess with a steal. Back the other way. Now here's Quater. 40 seconds to go, 5th period. Here's Burbank. Gets it off, and a steal here by Southern Wells. And a shot up, no good. Rebound, puts it up and in. Now Southern Wells leading by 1. Now Quater to Smith. Smith off to Burbank. Smith in the corner. Here's Hess, a 3. No good. Rebound, Burbank. Threw it out of bounds. 10-9. Southern Wells. And Southern Wells wants a timeout. So 9.1 seconds to play here in the 5th period. It is Southern Wells 10, Mississinewa 9. Once again, I want to say thank you to head coach James Reed for joining us just a few moments ago and clarifying that it is 25% capacity on Wednesday night as the Indians will welcome the Marion Giants to town. 10-9, 9.1 seconds to go here in the 5th period. And here is a steal. Quater to Burbank, off the glass, missed the layup. And that is the way the 5th period will come to an end. So Southern Wells wins period number 5 in the junior varsity matchup, 10-9. Want to thank all of you for joining us here today, as that will do it from Gas City here today. Again, Wednesday night, the Mississinewa Indians basketball team will welcome the Marion Giants to town. And a reminder that the girls basketball game scheduled for tonight with Columbia City has been canceled. Again, we thank you for joining us here this afternoon, and we'll see you on Wednesday night. Have a good weekend, and go Hoosiers.